You guys know I wasn't born a flat earther, right? I started out just like you and thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard of. But I kept hearing about it. I just kept hearing about it over and over again. And I was like, I got to check this out. And I saw that Netflix had a movie called Behind the Curve. And I told my wife, I was like, I got to watch this. I just need to see if there's one tiny, small, little reason that would make me understand these people and why they could potentially be so dumb to see this. So I watched this movie. At one point, there was something about flight paths, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But at the end of the movie, they proved that the flight paths weren't a thing. So I watched this movie, and I was like, no, they're idiots. I don't know if these are just uneducated people or what, but flat earthers were idiots. So I dropped it. I didn't think about flat earth again for about another year, maybe a year and a half, until I started seeing some things on NASA that piqued my interest. I saw all the numerology and how everything added up to 666, and I think everyone's always kind of questioned the moon landing. So once I saw a little bit of deception with them, it opened my mind a little bit. And at the same time, I happened to be taking an interest in looking at the skies and looking up people's images and videos of stars. And I started to realize stars weren't what I was told my whole life. And then starting to investigate a little more and living by Chicago, I had heard something about being able to see Chicago from over Lake Michigan. And I came up with this picture, and my friend's like, well, this picture is edited, that's not real. And I'm like, no, your picture is edited, like, that's not real. And we went back and forth, and yours is edited, mine's edited. So I had to go see for myself. So I went to this location, and you could see the whole skyline when you shouldn't be able to see any of it. So it opened my mind even more. And then the very next puzzle piece was learning that Polaris does not move in the sky. So I took my star finding app and I marked its location at noon and then 5 o'clock and then the next day and the next day. It was right here every time I checked. And once those things added up, it opened my mind even more to the fact that, hey, maybe the place we live isn't what I always thought. And then when you keep investigating and keep turning rocks over and over again, and none of the rocks are what you think they were, you see it, guys. It's impossible not to see. If you just have an open mind, you'll become a flat earther because it's truth. And they can't hide truth if you're looking for it. You just gotta wanna look. And what I came to realize many, many months later is that this movie was created for the exact intention of what it did to me. It made me think flat earthers were morons because this is a mockumentary, it's a hit piece. It's not actually created by people trying to spread the truth because what they say isn't what we think.